Welcome, everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia. Someone that we mutually know has invited you to take a look at this tonight. And I'm going to start by sharing my story. I was invited to take a look at this myself 15 years ago in 2008. At the time, I was practicing medicine full-time as a physician assistant, and I had just started two businesses. I also just had two children. So I had a 3-year-old, a 9-month-old, two businesses, a skincare retail store, a construction company, and I worked full-time as a PA and ran a medical spa. Life was busy. My nephew had just been diagnosed with severe autism, and I'd sat with my sister as the physician told her, he will never speak, he will never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old, and he will always be in diapers. As my sister was sobbing next to me, I started thinking, what the heck is autism and why does he have it? I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences. So rather than going to Wikipedia, I started logging in to subscription journals that my credentials allowed me to get access to, and I began researching autism. And what I learned was that nutrition is very important. Cleansing our body of toxins is very important. It was shocking because I hadn't learned these things in medical school. I'd learned a lot about writing prescriptions in medical school, but I hadn't learned the importance of nutrition. And the more that I learned, the more I wanted to learn. And so I was going to the health food store. I was buying the supplements. I was juicing. I had one of those big juicers. I had an organic garden, and the vegetables were going bad because I didn't have time to harvest them. And my brothers called me and said, hey, we've got this business we want you to look at. And I'm going to be honest. I said, I don't have time for another business. I have no interest. I've just spent $100,000 on businesses. No, thank you. And they said, well, we know you're really into nutrition. Will you just look at that side of it? So I agreed to take a look. And I started watching a presentation similar to this, and I heard about a company that had started after 30 years of teaching a method of cleansing your body of toxins, balancing out your pH, building yourselves up with whole raw food nutrition. They'd used it in a clinical practice with patients for 30 years. And the results were so good, there was a 3-year waiting list for people to get in. And they chose to start a company and spread the news by word of mouth. I immediately knew they were speaking truth because I'd been doing all this research. I compared some of their products to what I had in my pantry, and I said, I'm in. One click, one button, they're going to mail it to my house. Give it to me. I want it all. Within days, we saw results, which was shocking because I'd never seen any results from organic juicing in my vitamins before. My son's horrible constipation issues. He was 3. He would poop once a week and bleed and cry. And that's not normal for a 3-year-old. The doctor tried to put him on Miralax. Miralax is antifreeze in a bottle. Don't put anyone you love on Miralax. And so I was trying to go the natural route. Nothing was working. Well, in days of being on this regimen, he starts pooping smooth, easy, like Wendy's Frosty, which is how it should be. My sleep issues. I had horrible sleep issues. I was exhausted. I would go to sleep and my mind would race all night long. And all of a sudden I was sleeping, which led to more energy throughout the day. My husband struggled with severe anger issues, severe depression issues. I was encouraged to put him on medications. And being a prescriber, I knew what that road looked like. You start with one little pill, and before you know it, you're on 3 pills for the side effects from that one little pill. So I chose to go the route of prayer. And 6 weeks in, my husband's extreme depression and anger issues were totally gone. Still wasn't enough to make me tell anybody. 3 months in, I'd lost 32 pounds, and people were starting to ask me, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, you look so amazing. What's happened with you? And I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to be one of those people who was like selling juices or shakes or whatever. Like when you see 60 patients a day, somebody's always selling you something. But my nephew that Christmas came into my house and said, Aunt Rachel, what a beautiful Christmas tree. It was like he'd been locked in a closet and all of a sudden the door had been opened. And my sister could communicate with her son. And I just looked at her and was like, oh my gosh, that made me decide I had to share it. I dove into the research for about a month or two, wanted to know, was it just prayer or was this like, did it just work for Bo or was it other children? It was other children. And I said, I have to share it. And I began sharing it 15 years ago. I've now found that the majority of the people, over 95% of people who use our products on a consistent basis, see results. I'm not here for what happens in 30 days anymore. I'm here for the lab work that comes in 3 to 4 months later. We are radically changing people's lives. You do not have to be sick. But I've also found along the way that I stumbled into this business. When people say, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, my husband and I started 3 businesses in 2008. And one of them was kind of an accident. I thought I was doing my brothers a favor. And that's the one that has more than replaced the income I made working full-time as a PA. And so I'm sharing this information tonight for 2 reasons. People are often praying for health answers, or they're praying for answers with their finances. I come from a family of 7 children who had very little money growing up. We lost our house when I was 15. And so I know what it's like to have no money. And I strove my whole life to never be in that situation. I worked 3 jobs from the age of 15 all the way till I went to PA school. You're not allowed to work in PA school. I made money so that I would never be poor, so that I would never say I can't have something. And what I found as I went through PA school and I got the best grades and I got a great job in Miami and I got a great job with a plastic surgeon and I just got a great job in a dermatology office in Ponte Vedra, making more money than most doctors. But I had the handcuffs on and I was working all the time. And if I stopped working, I stopped making money. So I had money, but I had no time. And so that's why I started these businesses in 2008, thinking maybe I can do something that will allow me one day to go on the field trips with my kids, will allow me one day to be with my kids rather than paying a nanny to be with them. And this business, as I began to tell others, began to create these weekly checks that came in every single week, whether I did it or not. And within a couple of years, totally replaced my PA income. By the way, that's an income that I went to school for 8.5 years to get, spent $100,000 on education. And now that income comes in whether I do this or not. But I always say I'm like Jonah. I don't have a choice. People are sick and people are broke, and I have to tell them. So I'm here to tell you tonight about a company that has radically changed my life and the lives of tens of thousands of other people. I don't know if it's for you or not, but your friend who invited you totally thinks it might be for you. It's for them in some way or another. And so I'm going to do my very best here tonight to walk you through some information on this company. The name of the company is PURE. It stands for People United Reaching Everyone. And as I told you, I lost a tremendous amount of weight in the beginning. And if you saw the girl on the left, I would have said, I'm healthy, I'm fine, I don't need anything. I'm doing all my research, I'm doing my juicing, but I clearly didn't look good and I wasn't healthy. 3 months, I guess. 3 months later, I'd lost about 32 pounds. And this is when everybody was asking, oh my gosh, what did you do? My husband also had a radical physical transformation, but it was the mental transformation that changed our family life. This is my nephew, Bo, with the red hair on the left. This is my nephew, Bo, graduating from the same high school I graduated from this past May. Radical, life-changing products. Some people are attracted to the health aspect. Others are attracted to the income. How are we different from what your cousin's selling, what you heard about from somebody at the physical therapy office yesterday? Well, one, we're for everybody. Every man, every woman, every child who has a body at some point or another recognizes, I better take care of this body. It is your one irreplaceable asset. And maybe they start to question whether or not prescriptions are the best answer for taking care of your body. There's a great book called The Truth About Cancer that I highly recommend you read. You might want to read the China study as well. I also recommend Chris Beat Cancer, a book written by Chris Wark. 3 books that make you understand the importance of what you're putting into your body that are backed up by hundreds, if not thousands, of clinical studies showing that eating plants and what you put into your body matters. It's even for the dogs and cats in your family. It's a consumable product. So we all have friends, we're looking at the business side of this, who sell jewelry. I have a friend who sold leggings for a while, made pretty good money for 6 months until all of her friends had every style of leggings and they had no more to buy. And then her business went, it's a consumable product. When you use it, you run out. And that's what really makes us different. See, we have this thing called a starter package. I call it a 30-day servicing. We service our phones, we service our cars every 10,000 miles, but your one irreplaceable asset needs to be serviced as well. And that's not going to the doctor and getting a scan and getting prescriptions, getting your blood checked, walking out with a ton of prescriptions. That's not a servicing. The servicing is cleansing the toxins out and pouring nutrition in. And when 100 people buy our 30-day servicing, 93 of them repeat purchase, totally unsolicited. They choose to repurchase 2 or 3 products every month going forward. That's what makes us different. We have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And here's the other thing. No one knows about us. We haven't blasted all over social media for the last 15 years. We've really done person to person. So however you found out about this is probably somebody who knows me personally. Maybe I've been in their house or they've been in my house and they know about this company because I told someone who told them. We're 15 years old. We've made it past that first 5-year sticky point where 98% of companies go out of business, totally debt-free. We're profiting month after month. And less than 100,000 Americans even know we exist. The business model is touted as one of the best to ever get started in for a small business. By the way, all Americans should have a small business on the side for tax purposes, for tax benefits. But these billionaires have both gone on record saying this business model is one of the best, if not the best, to get started in because of the low investment, the low overhead, and the ability to leverage your time, make money while you sleep. Started the skincare retail store and the construction company because I read this guy's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I was blown away in 2010 when he came out with the second book. And I realized I had stumbled in doing my brothers a favor into what my mentor, someone that I respected, said was the business of the 21st century. And you know what? He was right. I was able to write off the investment. It was the cheapest business I started. It was the least amount of time that I put into any of my 3 businesses. And this is the one that replaced my PA income. I have learned how to leverage my time. I have learned how to make money while I sleep. Are you making money while you sleep? We're all paying interest on our mortgages and our cars and our loans while we sleep. Are you making money while you sleep? Most people are not. What if I told you that 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, following instructions where we tell you exactly what to do to create a residual income stream, you could create weekly checks and make money while you sleep? See, I started in this because of what I told you. Started in clinical practice. They chose to spread it by word of mouth advertising. Best way to spread information. And I realized that after 20 years of practicing medicine and 15 years of sharing this, that over 95% of the disease, infection, illnesses we struggle with are the result of these 3 things. See, your body can heal itself. If you give it what it needs, it can heal itself. That's where we're broken. We're toxic. We're drinking out of plastic water bottles. We're putting our food in plastic containers and sticking it in the microwave. Our food is being sprayed by guys wearing this. Cancer rates are shooting through the roof. We're sitting more than we're walking. Sitting is the new smoking. We're acidic because we eat more meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, bread than we do plants. And multiple books and studies have been published showing when you eat these acidic things, disease and infection love to live in your body. How many plants have you put in the last 24 hours? What about your kids? What about your spouse? What about your parents? We're going to show you how in 30 seconds in the morning to get more plant nutrition than your whole neighborhood gets in a week. We are lacking in nutrition. Just go to a local school lunchroom and look at what the kids are eating. And the journals are showing it. Less than half of American children are getting enough vitamins and minerals. So we're supplementing, but we don't take it on vacation with us. We can't tell when we take it, can't tell when we don't. And so it doesn't really work, does it? 30-day satisfaction guarantee, which you can tell you've been taking these products. And you can't eat your way out of the situation. I always have people go, oh, I eat really healthy. I don't need that. What? We've known for over a decade, you cannot eat your way into nutrition anymore. Back in 2010, multiple studies came out that together cumulatively showed you have to have 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat to get the same nutrition our grandparents got from one of each of those things. We're literally starving. We're literally starving. Here's the answer. Cleanse the 7 channels you eliminate through your lungs, your liver, your skin, your lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, intestines. We are poisoning ourselves with things our grandparents never put in their bodies. We have to cleanse it all out. Just like taking your car in for the oil change. You can't take your car in for the oil change, get the sludge out and drive out without new oil. You've got to put new stuff in. All right, we're going to balance out your pH, get you alkaline by pouring the plants in and building your trillions of cells that are screaming for plant nutrition. It's Genesis 1:29. We're going to give it to you in 30 seconds in the morning, and your body will work the way it was made to work. We have medical doctors recommending this over prescriptions in their offices who are on our wellness advisory panel. Many of our products are in the physician's desk reference. And I'm going to talk to you for a moment about our servicing, our 30-day servicing. It's made up of these 7 products. The cleanse is the little green bottle. It cleanses the 7 channels you eliminate through your lungs, liver, skin, lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, intestines. I don't care if you poop every day. Your lymphatic system is blocked up. You're putting deodorant on your underarm after you've shaved it, and you think that's not getting down into your body. You've got to cleanse your lymph system, your lungs. We've got to balance out your pH by pouring plants in. That liquid daily build is the best liquid vitamin you will find on the planet. It's got the selenium, the vitamin D, the vitamin C, the spirulina, all the things you have probably in your supplement closet that you don't take in our daily build, in food form, so your body absorbs it quickly. You don't want to be consuming cow's milk, calcium, guys. You don't want to do it. It's acidic. It's made to take a little baby cow and make it a massive animal. We are the only mammal to drink another mammal's milk. It's weird. It's all about this, by the way. It's full of antibiotics, pus, This is plant-based calcium, perfectly combined with magnesium. It has vitamin K, vitamin D. Do you struggle with migraines, insomnia, restless leg syndrome, teeth issues, bone issues? You're probably deficient in something in that calcium. The Mila is the best source of omega-3s on the planet. Plant-based, you won't find a better source. Omega-3s are huge for things like depression, sleep. They are essential for the cell to neuron synapse to occur. They're essential for our children's brains to develop, yet no children are consuming omega-3s. Less than 10% in the United States are consuming omega-3s daily. We show you how to put it in, make a chia pudding. We show you how to make, and it's, by the way, it's not just chia seeds. It's very special because of where it's grown and how it's open. Applesauce, pancakes, waffles, Nagoyan. You struggle with rage issues in your house. Somebody's got a rage issue, mad all the time, don't know why. Or what's mom's time of the month? We can tell because she's moody, struggling with depression, struggling with anxiety. You're going to love Argoyan. With sulfur, decreases inflammation. It's a mineral that used to be in the fields because they used to fertilize the fields with compost and manure. Now they use chemicals. We're all deficient in it. You're going to love the sulfur. It's part of our 30-day servicing. And then energy is an alkalinizing plant blend of spirulina, wheatgrass, blue-green algae that tastes amazing, gives you 6 to 8 hours of dialed in focus, no jitters, no crashes, no thyroid fatigue or adrenal gland fatigue. This is our 30-day servicing. And after 30 days, the average person sees better sleep, more energy, less pain, better bowel habits, better mood, and weight loss. If you're over 40, you're popping Tums all day, you're carrying your Advil PM, you're on prescription meds, look at our superfruits. Look at our Core Complete starter package. It includes these four superfruits that have been used for thousands of years for medicinal purposes. They've been studied for over 3 to 4 decades here in the United States. I don't have time to go into it. We have videos walking you through that. I know it probably seems like a lot, but my kids have been taking these products since they were toddlers. We didn't have videos on that back in 2008. Shots or superfruits, you can do either one. My oldest is now at Clemson. The products are sent to him. He takes them every day in his dorm. My youngest makes a smoothie every single morning and takes his products before bed at night. They also both use the sports line. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the sports line, but my son's friends make money at Target and Starbucks, and he has a TikTok page where he gives workout advice and sells the sports line products and makes more than his friends who trade their hours for dollars. This is the smoothie that we make in our house every single morning. So if you're looking to build muscle, burn fat, our metabolic reset, our sports line program, this is that smoothie. We have lots of education on how to consume the products, and it's all on purelifechangers.com. The doctors educating on the products, patients sharing, or users, I should say, sharing about how the products have impacted them. We have a skincare line straight from Korea that is amazing. Watch the Sensia skincare video if you have any interest in lightening the dark spots, smoothing out fine lines and wrinkles for the cheapest, I'm going to say most affordable skincare you probably ever put your hands on, but that studies have shown over 95% of users see results in 15 days. I used to sell Obagi, SkinCeuticals, SkinMedica. One product was $215 and you did not see results in 15 days. If you're looking for skincare, you've just found the best. Whoever invited you can add you to this page, Changing Lives with Pure, where we have thousands and thousands of testimonies. You can use the search box to type in whatever you're struggling with. Cholesterol issues, blood pressure issues, anxiety, depression, migraines, and in this example, ADHD. And you can pull up hundreds of testimonies from people who've struggled with that, what they took, what the results were. We even have the kids talking about it. It's a powerful, powerful resource for you. I used to have the goal to get everybody started on the products, but I kept running into this problem. See, the servicing is less than $10 a day. It's $289. And I kept running into people who couldn't afford $289. Now, I can guarantee you, if their phone broke, it was $289 to get this sucker fixed. They'd be running to the store, right? Or I took my car in the other day and it was $4,000 for brakes, tires, plus my servicing. I dropped the $4,000. I had no choice. How many cars do we have? How many houses do we have? How many phones do we have? $289 to service your body with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, and people can't afford it. Well, just tell me what 2 products work the best. No, it works best as a system. If you just do 2, I won't be surprised if 3 weeks in, you're like, yeah, I can't tell a difference. You're doing this because you want to do a different, you want to feel a difference. See, what I found is we have a money problem, and I am partnering with you guys to create weekly checks. I've helped thousands of people create weekly checks. I'm specifically looking for 100 people who want to lock in $10,000 a week of income. Why? Because those 100 people and myself, we're going to change the world. So If you're interested in getting started, I'm going to tell you, this is just the beginning. This is the future. E-commerce, everything online, it's the future. Digital marketing, it's the future. Health and wellness, everybody with a body, sooner or later wants what we have. You can get started right now by going to livepure.com. Throw into the shopping cart whatever you're most interested in. The Core Plus, the Core Complete, the Family Pack services, not just you, but your whole family. I got the family pack because I wanted my husband to have it, my kid to have it. I didn't want to be like, no, it's just for me. And I'm here today because of their testimonies, not because of mine. Plus, you get $1,500 product for free in this package. So I wanted the family package. All right. You will be asked when you're checking out, do you want to be a preferred customer? Yes. It's like getting a Costco membership for free. You get discounted products, 25% off with no obligation to ever come back. Although there's a 95% chance that you will. Here's the thing. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, I wish my mom was watching. I wish my husband was watching. I'm struggling for income. I'm worried about Christmas. I go in debt every Christmas. I need to make a change. Please consider being a brand partner. $49, you can get a business started. We literally send you the training. It's all on your phone. You can sit in your car in the car line and be trained on how to build this business. I've been doing it 15 years. I challenge you to find somebody who's in the field working with people who've been doing it for 15 years in any other company. I help the most people earn checks. I help the most people earn trips. And like I said, I'm like Jonah. I don't have a choice. I went to medical school to help people. And every time one of you partner with me, I'm helping hundreds of people that you're going to get this information out to. There's a way to do it. You don't have to figure out, how am I going to get somebody to watch this presentation? Where do I get this recording? How do I get it to them? I don't want you telling anybody until we've trained you. And we walk you through how to do all of it. If you live anywhere near Jacksonville, Florida, we have an annual training that's coming up in February. We have leadership retreats for those of you that come in with our VIP packages that are just for you, where we get to sit and mingle and plan and make sure that whatever your goals are. I have 5 people I'm working with right now who want to make $30,000 between now and the end of the year. And they have a specific plan of what they're doing every single day to get there. Do you want to change your life? If so, please consider being a brand partner. I have so many stories of people who've walked away from their full-time jobs, replaced their full-time income, like Kristen and Skip. Skip saw the presentation and he said, Phil Knight's one of your investors, founder of the largest shoe company in the world. Skip did business with him in Tennessee when he first started his first business. And he said, I'm in. Anything that man touches turns to gold. 9 weeks later, Kristen and Skip had earned $30,000. One of the first people they told was Cozy, who was trying to raise 4 kids. She just lost her husband to cancer. Pilates instructor. She plugged into the training. She invited people to watch a presentation just like this, and in 12 weeks made $32,000. This is why I'm saying by the end of the year, I have 5 people I'm working with who want to make $30,000. This couple sat down in the summer and called 50 people one day and invited them to watch a presentation like this. 6 months later, they'd made $102,000. Does everybody do this? No. Does everybody sit down and call 50 people? No. Most people call 5 and then say, I'm out. I can't do this. If you want to make a change, you got to change. You got to follow the instructions. You got to do some hard. You got to get a little uncomfortable. But where else can you work 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week? Follow instructions that we give you and change your life. This couple made $30,000 in 6 weeks. They went on to continue making weekly checks and started buying residual rental, passive rental properties that they've now rented out. And now they get checks from those 12 properties plus Pure every single week. Hello. Maybe Pure's not your passion. Maybe you want to open like a doggy grooming place. Maybe you want to open up a salon and you don't have the money to do it. This can be the key to your financial future, starting with something that you can afford, that you can spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week on. There's 2 ways to make money here. Some people just choose to sell to friends and family. They choose to share our product videos, and they have 20 customers who order 3 products a month every month, and they get $1,000 a month of residual income. 10 customers ordering 3 products a month, you make $400 a month. Customers typically end up turning into brand partners. And this is an important slide for me. When people say, is this one of those pyramids? I'm like, what do you mean? You know, one of those things where the people at the top make all the money, like Rachel, clearly she got in at the right time. She makes all the money. Just so you know, there were like 1,000 people who got in the same month that I did. And I'm still here and I'm the top earner. Why? Because I refuse to quit. It all has to do with what you choose to do. But I really ask, what do you mean like my job? You mean like the job I had in Ponte Vedra where the doctor made the most, and then the CFO that he hired to run the office, and then the other doctors, and then the PAs. I wasn't allowed to make more than the other doctors, by the way. The nurses, the secretaries can never make as much as the doctor. You mean like that? You mean like that? That's the opposite of that. I make more than the person who told me, and the person who told them, and the person who told them. Why? Because I followed this. There wasn't a system back then. I've now created the system after 15 years, but I every day was consistent sharing this with others. What I want you to see is you're like a vending machine. If you have customers buy from you, you make a little money. But if you begin to duplicate, your customers begin to become brand partners. They plug into our trainings. And then all of a sudden you can go from having 2 vending machines to 20 vending machines in 1 week. But I want you to see there's only 2 teams your friend is building. Whoever invited you is building 2 teams. And the sooner you join your team, the more you benefit, because the people they bring in tomorrow and next week and next month will go on your team. 50% of them will go on your team, and they will be building a savings account for you. So Leah's order down here in the bottom left, whatever Leah orders, it goes into a savings account for Sarah that Sarah gets to cash in on when she begins to share this with others. Whoever invited you cares about you and thinks this might be for you. Timing matters. There's no cap to what you can make. $49 to enroll. This is waived, and shipping is waived if you choose to come in with one of our business packs. Your monthly overhead is 3 products a month. If you choose not to order 3 products a month, but your customer, Aunt Betty, orders 3 products a month, this is totally waived. And then you go place your first order. You can start wherever you want. You can start with the Core Plus for $289, a 30-day servicing, and your $49 enrollment as a brand partner. I recommend the family pack. Push yourself a little bit. Push yourself, because when you stretch yourself, you don't quit so easily. Number 1. Number 2, you're getting $1,500 worth of free product. That's a big deal. It's $4,000 worth of products for $2,500. Number 3, you get to service your whole family, not just yourself. But you're also getting the membership fee waived. You're getting shipping for free. You're getting the opportunity to run for my leadership retreats. My next one is to Asheville, December 1st through the 3rd. My husband and I have sunk $30,000 into this leadership retreat. We take money that we make from Pure, and instead of investing in real estate, we put it back into you guys, into those people that are the VIPs on our team, because we know you have big goals. You have access to our Q&A sessions. You have access to have private presentations filmed for you. You have access to additional bonuses that the company's offering. This is where I recommend you start. It's the cheapest business you'll ever start. $2,500 is the most you can spend, and you get to eat it and you get to write it off. It's brilliant. Family package is where I recommend you start, but you can start wherever you want. Rootpeer.com. Throw into the cart whatever it is that you want. Family pack is my favorite. Choose to be a brand partner and type in the name of the person who invited you. If you like to travel for free, guys, this is over 40 people that we helped earn a trip to Sorrento, coast of Italy last year. I could never have dreamed of taking a vacation to Italy when I worked full-time as a PA. I mean, maybe my husband and I would splurge and take our kids to Disney World, which, have you been to Disney lately? It's crazy expensive. Or maybe we'd go up to visit my mom in the mountains. We've now been to Bora Bora, France, Spain, Australia, Hawaii 3 times, the Sorrento coast of Italy. These are the over 50 people that came to Greece with us. We helped them earn this trip a couple months ago. George Clooney was at the hotel we stayed at, left 5 days before us. This is a part of my team and I hanging out at the pool. And the next trip is to Switzerland. Do you like to travel? Can you not imagine spending $20,000 on a trip to Switzerland? Why not partner with us? Plug into our 30-minute-a-day, 5-day-a-week system, and let's get you a free trip to Switzerland. Here's what I can promise. If you do not change, nothing will change. A year will go by. We'll get to Christmas of next year, and you'll say, oh my gosh, I'm still in debt from last year. I'm a year older. I'm still stuck. And whoever invited you, you'll be watching them climb and achieve new goals. It's not easy. It's work. But where else can you spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week to create a weekly check and have someone mentoring you and guiding you on how to do this? Thank you guys so much for joining us. I encourage you to get back to the person who invited you. Don't go into the witness protection program. Get back to them. Let them know where you're at, why you're interested, why you're not interested. Okay, we're not going to try to talk you into it if it's not for you. I pray people out of my business every day. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You've already hung up probably, right? But if it is for you, I'm going to stay on for just a minute, answer whatever questions you have. So feel free in the little Q&A on the bottom if you're on Zoom, type it in. I'll try to catch the ones that are on Facebook as well, because I know I'm being shot into a few different places, okay? Recording over. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. All right, recording is over. Can I please talk about blood pressure? Well, blood pressure is a result of inflammation, friction of arteries. And so we have seen dramatic results with blood pressure. So if you are struggling with blood pressure, get on the Changing Lives with Pure page, type in blood pressure. I also would recommend you go through the photos posted in Changing Lives with Pure, because that's where people literally post their blood pressure changes, which is so cool to see. Cholesterol changes, blood pressure changes, liver function test changes, kidney function test changes. Gosh, we've had people who were in kidney failure and were about to have kidney transplants have radical changes in their kidney functions. Where else can you have that? I mean, it doesn't work for everybody the same way, but I believe with all my heart that if you cleanse your body of the toxins and you pour the nutrition in, it'll work the way it's made to work. Here's another question. I'm not good at sales. Yeah, I get it. Most people aren't, but really all you're doing is saying, hey, Fred, I know we haven't talked in a little while, but I've got something you need to take a look at. I don't know if it's for you or not. If I send you a video, will you watch? If I invite you to something tonight at 8 o'clock, will you take a look? My brother said to me, you can say no, just give me an educated no. Like, say what you're saying no to before you say no. Does that make sense? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Fine, I'll watch your video, So we just teach you how to invite. And some people, it's not the right time for them. Might be the right time for them a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. We teach you exactly what to say, how to do it, how to text it. We have an app that maybe some of you are here tonight because of the app. Somebody sent you a video through the app. They could see when you opened it. They could see when you watched it. So you don't have to worry about ghosting and are they interested or are they not interested? Like, we know if we send you a video and you don't click it, if we send you a text and you don't click it, we know you're not interested. We're not going to keep chasing you down. We don't want you here if you don't want to be here. Right? So we teach you all of that. You don't have to be a good presenter. You don't have to have a lot of time. I worked 14-hour days and had 2 little kids and 2 businesses when I started this. I didn't even see it as a business, but I felt this ethical obligation to share it with others. So it looks like that's all the questions. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, get back to the person who invited you, or my recommendation is get started tonight. livepure.com, throw what you want into the cart, go to checkout, take advantage of the timing of the person who shared this with you, because they're probably shared it with quite a few people in the next couple of weeks. Benefit from the time.